Is there a specific experience through what you've achieved or what you've experienced that really comes to mind?
Last year, at the beginning of last year, is when I became like really famous with at this tournament in Katowice, where I just did like a really good move, and everyone started to call that move after my name, and yeah, it just after that it just went completely crazy how much I grew, and everyone kind of knew me in the game because of that move.
A lot of times I had with this question, what like, if you would wanted to change something, if you would like get another chance, right? And I was always repeating no, because this feeling that you get after winning side championship, like that's so amazing that you won't be able to get from any other like place or any other way. There is no way you can get this feeling, but you want to play more and more and more. But once again, probably the top point will be first TI.
But do you think that you wanted to win the other international tournaments too much? That you wanted to get that same feeling again? That you kind of got scared in the end, in the final, or did you want to win too much? Like, do you understand what I mean?
I wanted to win too much. I sacrificed tons of things the entire year. I was dodging like vacations and stuff. I was like not going out, and sometimes when I wanted to go out and I wanted to visit these vacations, but I sacrificed it because I'm a dedicated person and I wanted to win so much that I was like paying tons of time into it.
But it is still really good, that feeling you get when you go to the tournament and you win a game and another game and another game and you're reaching the final. That did you feel like you could actually make it and you were getting really happy just by being in the finals, for example? Did you already feel it? Like before even winning it, could you feel happy already?
No, before.
You were really nervous?
Yeah, every time when you play against some very strong opponents, you're nervous. Nothing you can do about it. So this feeling comes only after you win, only after you revise, and not after every tournament, maybe.
But the big ones, huh?
Yeah, big ones.
Well, my greatest experience so far in CSGO, at least, is when CSGO was just released, and we managed to actually break a record both in all CS games, previous games. We managed to go 87-0 in LAN tournament wins, in matches played on LAN. We were up 87-0, and for us that was an unbelievable feeling to have, being undefeated, playing so many games on LAN, winning every single tournament for a whole year, not losing a single game. That feeling was more than I could imagine. That I want to get that feeling again, but it's going to be hard to beat that 87-0.
I think it's impossible to do both.
Yeah, like I don't know, when I win like 5 games, I'm already so happy in a row, and yeah, I cannot imagine like winning everything for a year.
That feeling is something I would treasure for a long time, I guess, but now we're looking forward to playing those big tournaments. We managed to come close on winning them, but you ain't the champion until you win. And then of course there's all this traveling and meeting new friends, and like meeting you guys here, sitting here, and everyone, like amazing places you go to China and wherever you may travel. Everything is a great experience when you play computer.
I think the thing I like the most is meeting new people and doing new things that normally I wouldn't have done, whether it be standing in front of a camera, giving an interview, just stuff out of your comfort zone. Like I never would have imagined 7 years ago that there would be actually people listening to something I would have to say, and it would not be only my mom, but like tens or 100 or thousands of people would actually be listening. I don't know, that feeling is still very unreal, and I think that will remain quite unreal.
I can believe it's got to be hard, since we're all playing in team games and we have 4 other people to rely on when it comes to interviews, and we can like break things up. And being the single player, like solo player, and you got to take all the responsibility yourself. Like I don't know if I could have pulled it off. Actually.
I think it's also a bit easier because the only one, it's very easy to see where your own mistakes are because it's always your own mistake. And I can imagine it must be very frustrating if you, in your head, practice really hard for something and you feel like the other guys are slacking. I'm not sure if I could ever live with that feeling that if they maybe would have not went out the day before or would have practiced a bit harder, would have focused a bit harder, that you might have won.
I would never actually think like that. I can never blame like if I play good, say, for a game, and I play an amazing, sick game, like the game of my life, and we still lose the game, like I can never blame anyone in my team. Actually, it's impossible because we play a team game, and you're only gonna win as a team, and you lose as a team. And
But not blame it like out loud. You don't tell them, but in your head you're like, damn, if you would have done this.
You don't have to go with that mentality because you're playing with friends, like people you like, people you see every day, people. You have to be happy when you win, and when you lose and someone play bad, you have to help that guy. Like instead of blaming him, you have to help him to improve on what he fell, because it's like you are, like he said, you are one, you're not five. And if something fell, like for you fell on your micro or on your strategy or something, you fix that. So it has to be kind of the same mentality on this, not blaming but improving on what fails in the team.
I got the question if I wanted to go to Korea for my current team, the Grip, back in the days, and I remember it was either stay in school for 2 months or either go to Korea and really try out the professional world. And I took the decision of leaving the school and go to Korea, and we ended up winning the tournament, and that was the turning point in my career, and that was the moment I knew that I wanted to be a professional gamer.
Yeah, for me it was kind of the same, not the studies related, I was studying at the same time. I didn't have to make that big decision yet. I could just go to the tournament because it was on the weekend. It was 2-3 days tournament only. But like you, I actually won the tournament, and I felt like damn, like I'm actually really good at this game, and if the game keeps getting bigger and there are more tournaments like this and I can go and win them, I could actually just play video games for a living. And at that point, I was still finishing high school, but I was really thinking about it. What maybe when I start university, I could think of taking a year off or 2 and try this for a living. And that's what I wanted to do. My mom didn't really like it, so I still started university, but it didn't go that well because I was really into gaming, and that was like my passion and what I was doing all the time.
I can tell that you all have great memories, but is there anything that you think from being in esports is way better today than it was, like, for instance, back in the days, the very early days for some of you? Is there anything in particular that stands out?
The tournament structure, and especially the way prize money is being handled today compared to back in the days where a lot of teams wouldn't get the money they won at the tournament. They would take several years for the company to pay them out, or they would go bankrupt or come back, and a lot of that made it very unstable to make a living out of playing computer games. It made it very unsure for you whether would you get money for this month's rent or how will you survive the next few months. You had no idea, like, you will get your money in time. That's something that has improved a lot.
Yeah, so sometimes I wonder, and I really think it will happen, like in the future, like we are gonna be parents, like our parents watch football, watch basketball.
Yeah, we're gonna watch esport, right?
What's gonna happen when you are watching Counter-Strike, professional scene?
Yeah, but looking at the growth, like, I mean, look back a few years only, and you will see how much the growth, viewer for Dota, viewer for LoL and StarCraft and CS, like everything is off the charts compared to a few years back. And that is something, like Dendi said, that it's just growing and growing and growing. It's gonna keep on growing, and I see no end to esport.
What is it like being a rock star online? Like, do you have groupies and stuff?
Rockstar. Online. I don't feel like rockstar. But yeah, a lot of people recognize me in the game when I'm playing. In the game, right? In my game.
This is more of a discussion to xPeke, I think.
Yeah, what's up with all those topless pictures online?
The topless pictures, I don't know, that's just how I am and the way I am. Like, what can I...
being naked?
Yeah, I like being naked. What can I do about it? It's like, fame shouldn't change you. Well, if I was naked before, that's how I am now. No, I'm kidding. I just do that. I like to take pictures, and in summer, it's really warm. So it happens sometimes that I don't wear a shirt when I take the pictures. Sometimes I don't wear pants either, but I cannot control the weather, so.